Hello, my name is Joseph Alai. Welcome to my channel. And today I'd like to talk about two awesome manifestation stories that unfolded last night and today. So, first I want to start off by explaining that your imagination creates reality. Anything that you see in this world is a reflection of the things that are alive inside of you. So nothing can exist unless you have an assumption inside of you that claims that thing or that believes that thing. So in manifestation, a lot of what's talked about is belief or faith. So a belief in a thing is what makes it so. So the stories that we believe about the way that the world works are the reason that we encounter the things that prove those to us. So in other words, anything that we believe is true. Anything that we believe is true. Anything we firmly believe, anything that we assume is true. And you can see this in your world. Talking to people who believe in certain things, they are proven time and time again that these things are true. The thing, and it goes with everyone as you pushed out, because anything that I believe about myself, everyone will prove that to me. Like when I wrote down, I am important, every single person that I encountered, not every person, but many people that I encountered would just say to me, you look so important. What do you do? The thing that you're wearing makes you look important or handsome, right? Writing down I am handsome. Everyone then started saying it over and over. So it's the things that we assume about ourselves or the things that we assume about the world, the way that the world works, are what makes it so. So the first story I want to talk about is absolutely amazing, and it proves that your assumptions are the things that make everything come to pass. So for the sake of this story, I'll call the lady Mary, who I'm referencing, just to protect who she is. So Mary was in a scene for a movie, and as she was there, the producer persuaded through pressure to make everyone get nude in this scene, and he was arguing and yelling and basically pressuring all the people in the scene to do that. And so she ended up doing it, and she did not want that to happen. So in the end, they asked her to sign a paper waiving that it would be okay for them to put this scene in there, but she truly did not want this to happen. And it was very much upsetting her. So she sent me a message probably a little less than a month ago. And unfortunately, because I received thousands of messages, I was unable to respond to her. And yesterday I got a message from someone in my Facebook group that she was really looking for help. And they said, hey, this girl's looking for help. Do you want me to refer her to you? And I saw it, and I typed in her name in my Facebook, and I looked at the message, and I had seen that there was one that she had sent me, and she was very distraught, very disturbed. She really wanted to speak to me. She was going to be involved in a court case soon because she wouldn't sign the contract, and she wanted this scene destroyed because of just her. It was against her morals. So again, this was something that had the potential to really have a profound negative effect on her entire life. She did not want to be viewed as nude on film. And so anyway, yesterday when I got that message, I reached out to her, and she told me that she had lost the first court case and that it would have to go to the next level of court. They said that because she was nude in the scene, that counted as the contract. And so I stopped typing, and I ended up videoing her. And as soon as her face popped up on the screen and she could see mine, she started crying. And she started telling me the story, and I listened for a minute. And then I started talking to her and telling her how I would go about doing this, like to manifest it. And I gave her a few tips. I helped her construct a couple scenes. But the thing is when I started talking to her, she changed completely. She was finally relaxed, calm. She stopped crying. She was like a completely different person. We talked for about 10 or 15 minutes. And when I got off the line with her, I started talking to a couple of friends, and I was, saying, perhaps can you please help imagine, whatever, because you can imagine for other people. But this is the amazing part. During our call, she was reached out to by a co-star in this scene. The co-star called her, but she was on the line with me, so she didn't answer. When she called back, this woman, who we'll just call Mary. No, that's Mary. Mary is the person I'm talking about. We'll call this lady Jane. Jane had signed a contract with the people filming, stating that there was to be no nudity, right? And this was a signed thing. But Mary had talked to Jane, and Jane said she wanted absolutely no part of any lawsuit. She wanted to stay out of it completely. This is what she said days and days ago or weeks ago. And so that was it, right? Which is why Mary was in such a desperate state, such a very stressed out, hopeless state of mind. But Jane reached out to Mary during the time we were talking with each other. And when she called her back, she said, I'm going to file a lawsuit as well. And so what this means is that Jane has a signed contract stating there's to be no nudity with her in it, and both parties had signed it, right? So regardless of what happens with Mary's next court date, Jane has a contract signed explicitly stating there is to be no nudity. So therefore, her desire, Mary's desire, which was that the scene would be destroyed and she would not be allowed, it would not be allowed in the movie. No matter what happens in her court case, Jane has a case that is basically closed. So what happened here? When she told me this, I was shocked, and I asked her, what were you thinking? But when you reached out to me, she said to me, this is what she said. She said, I believed that you were the only person in the world that could help me. And I knew that if I talked to you, you could help me. And it was so. As soon as I talked to her, she had fallen out of that state of desperation, and she was the thing that she had imagined, the thing that she felt came true immediately. And the person who had said before that she was staying out of it completely, there was no hope, she had changed her mind at that instant and called Mary and said she was going to go through with this lawsuit. So it was her faith in talking to me, that I could help her. That was the thing that made this so. And it's kind of like in the Bible where the lady touched Jesus' garment and she was healed of her issue of blood. And Jesus said, your faith had made you whole. Your faith had made you whole. It had nothing to do with me. It had to do with her faith and knowing and certainly that talking to me would fix this thing. And this is the thing that's going to change her entire life. Her entire life is changed at this point. So basically what happened was this woman imagined or just knew, she just believed entirely that speaking to me would allow me to, allow this manifestation to come to pass. And no matter that, I didn't even respond to her message, but a bridge of incidents unfolded, and I winded up getting notified by someone else that she had posted again, and I had reached out to her and videoed her, and that was the chain of events. That was the bridge of incidents that had to unfold for this to manifest, and I acted along with it. It was perfect. It was perfect, and her life is entirely changed now at this point. It's one of the most awesome stories so far. And the second thing I want to talk about is money, right? So I have an assumption that's alive in myself that I claimed that every dollar I spend, 5 more comes in. So yesterday, I bought a new phone because my charger stopped working on my phone. So I bought a new phone and I spent $1,200 on it. And I was thinking to myself, just contemplating the idea that I receive 5 times as much as I spend. And last night I received a sum of money from someone, but it was only the amount that I had spent. And in my mind I said to myself, that's not what I know. That's not what I said, right? Because I said 5 times the amount, right? So when I only got the amount, the $1,200 back from someone else from another source, I I just said to myself, that's not what I saw. That's not what I know. That's not what I get. And I went to sleep, and I woke up this morning, and from a variety of different sources, in a miraculous way, I literally received over $5,000, right? From different places, right? Including returns, clients, work from my work, multiple different sources, right? All in one shot, all in one overnight. And it was that assumption that I have alive in myself that says, every dollar I spend, I receive 5 back. And it's just an assumption. It's just something I wrote down. I receive 5 times as much as I spend. That's it. That's it. And then when that thing came up, that contrary thing that came up, stating to myself in firmness that that's not what I saw, right? Because this reality is only a reflection of the imagination. Only a reflection, right? It's a shadow. Everything that's true is in the imagination, right? In the mind, in the subconscious mind. The thing first originates in the mind and then is shown to us. The creation is shown to us in this physical world. And it's just as simple as that. I didn't dwell on this. I didn't imagine this for a long period of time. I wrote it down and I talked about it a couple times with other people to tell them what I had done. And it manifested. Everything that's alive in us must manifest. So anyway, I hope you really enjoyed these stories. I loved them so much. If you like this, please subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Go to the website sovereignmind.com and stay tuned for more. Thank you so much.